Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Truth Seeker Show. The show that is specifically designed to help us to fulfill our life purpose in this world properly by giving information, motivation, pleasure, and healing. I'm your supremely, extremely humble host, humble servant and host for the evening, Self-Appointed-Rabbi Eliezer Karp. I'm just trying to help. So get ready for a whole lot of truth, given with a whole lot of love, with the intention of pleasing our Creator in this generation by fulfilling the purpose for which He created us once and for all. Hi guys, let me just fix one thing here. Sorry. Let me just turn that in there. Let's see what's going on. That came out worse, sorry. Hold on. I rushed to get here as usual. No, that's not helpful. That doesn't help. Okay, maybe this is it. No. Oh, I'm so sorry. Bear with me a second. I have some news. All right, I guess that's bearable. I hope you're seeing me. I got the phone on wireless mode. I have a feeling it's it could go off, and if it does, I apologize. I might have to do this show either tomorrow or the next day. I got some equipment that might be replacing this equipment, and that's the story. But let me fix this because I'm getting a stiff neck just watching it like this. Hold on. Okay, maybe that'll do. Okay. A little better. All right. Sorry to tell you, I have COVID. So my mom's got COVID. I have COVID. And you might say something like, well, Larry, you think you're so close to Hashem. How come you have COVID? If I may say, I think that for two reasons. First of all, I went 2-3 years without ever getting anything. So that's a miracle in itself. So I know that Hashem is behind everything. But give me a second. I think the first reason is I needed to lose a lot of weight. So I had fever for 2 days, and I didn't really eat much except for a little salad on either one of those days. And I dropped like 10 pounds. I'm down to like 205, between 205 and 200 at 6 foot tall. And if I continue to exercise and stuff, then hopefully I'll maintain that weight. I mean, I'm not trying to be, what do you call it, sounds, what are those people that have bulimia, or what's the other one? I forgot, but I would have done it in a natural way, but Hashem seemed to throw this at me. And so for 2 days I just rested straight, and I had fever and chills, and then the fever went away after I just kept resting and resting. I must have slept like 48 hours, I don't know, with little intervals getting up. Also, the second reason is, so first is to drop weight, and I think the second reason is to try out my health and fitness for immortality regimen and see how it works on a plague, on a virus. I didn't want to do this, but I guess Hashem seemed to want to do this. I mean, I don't think I did anything wrong to deserve such a thing. I make every action an obligation, fulfilling action. I'm just telling you what I do. And I mean, if I did something wrong, Hashem, I'm sorry, but I I don't think that that's what it is, but that's between me and Hashem. I know my relationship with Him. You may not judge me favorably, that's your business, but I know what I know with Him and how He relates to me and how I relate to Him. I want to save my breath because we're going to try to get through 6 chapters today and finish the book of Samuel, book of Shmuel. And then next week, hopefully, we're going to start doing a book a week. So I hope we'll be able to do that. I made a list of some topics to talk about, some things that I wanted to mention to you. I found some very interesting things in Maseches Megillah of the Bavli Gemara. A lot of good stuff. More things supporting things that I've said before. Always like a pasuk there, a sentence here, a sentence there that supports what my view is. And yet, I know how people overlook them, but I found these points. So I'll read them down to you. Let me... Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'akol nihyeh b'voro. I've been drinking a lot of distilled water. This is not distilled, but and I've been warm water, not cold, as best I could. Once in a while it was cold, but I have one body, and there ain't room enough in here for the both of us, me and this virus. So one of us has got to go. And I'm going to try my best to make sure it ain't me. Hold on one second, guys. I didn't put my Do Not Disturb on. Let me get the Do Not Disturb. Hold on. Bear with me a second. Do not disturb. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can get a little better angle. It's hard to see you guys there. So let me just... Okay. Anyway, so in this immortality diet, I got it down to like the basics, or Hashem whittled it down to like just the basics, and I'm trying to just use that as like square one, and then I don't know where we're going from there, me and Hashem, but I think it's just a way for me to hit baseline so I know how to give myself good health all the time. If I go back to square one in the diet all the time, then I should be okay. It's the finest food on the planet, all the permitted foods, some little loopholes for medically necessary items like an orange or an apple, avocados. Something's in there, but I've been eating like I just for dinner. All I had was I had no appetite. I finally got my appetite back. I had a couple of pieces of sweet potato with carrots and broccoli. And no salt, no pepper, no nothing like that. I think salt does something and messes you up. I'm trying not to give the virus any place to live. I don't want it to have any phlegm. So I'm eating very phlegmless food if I can help it. All right, so those are my thoughts on the matter. I'll keep you posted if I learn something great. So here are some notes. I saw this on TV, it might have been CNN or something. Someone said something like, there are like climate change deniers. There are these people who deny climate change, which isn't the topic of what I want to discuss, but, in fact, I'm going to open this a little because I'm getting a little, it's tight. All right. Don't be a punishing God denier. Don't be a punishing God denier. I know there's some people out there who think, how can God punish us? Why does He care? What does He care what we do? You're making up stories and you're deluding yourself because you're not on the money of truth. You're not. He created us for a purpose, to earn the life of the next world by fulfilling those 7 obligations if you're a Gentile and the 613 obligations if you're a Jew, and fulfilling the 10 steps to immortality if you're both a Gentile and Jew, so that you can serve him on the highest level. And he punishes if we do not fulfill his obligations, and he rewards us if we do fulfill his obligations, period. So don't be a punishing God denier. It says in Maseches Megillah, chapter 1, in the Bavli Gemara, God does not rejoice in the downfall of the wicked. God does not rejoice in the downfall of the wicked, which is kind of more added to what I said last time about, we're all brothers and sisters, and sometimes we can get wrong ideas in our head and start doing stupid things like murdering thousands of people, like between Russia and Ukraine, and or being a young man and then going out and getting an assault rifle and shooting up kids. We're all responsible for each other. We got to help people know the truth. Okay? But God doesn't rejoice in the downfall of the wicked. He doesn't want to see anyone be wicked, period. And if someone is wicked, it breaks his heart. He doesn't want to see anyone go against his purpose and his instructions. Why would he want to do that? It says also, I believe I saw it in the sect, I think it was, those who are good get wisdom, knowledge, and joy. Those who are good get wisdom, knowledge, and joy. I don't know what the difference is between wisdom and knowledge. It might be chokhmah and da'as, but I'm not really sure in that context what it meant. It was an English translation. I don't know. Then I thought about Iran. We in Iran should see the truth and understand and live with the truth of the purpose of our life in this world. By the same token, I see all you guys talking about the next election for the presidency of the United States, and you just talk, and you don't really talk about pleasing God. We should be trying to please our Creator. We should have a leader who knows the whole Torah and who leads us to please our Creator in every move we make in the government, and then help other governments do the same. And then the whole planet will be serving our Creator. All right. So Iran. I saw that there was something on TV about them, and I had wished that they would just learn the truth. Why should we be fighting with each other? And all these countries try to posture themselves by getting nuclear weapons, and they want to blackmail the rest of the world to do what they want to do, what they want us to do or whatever. Even that deal, that nuclear deal, I don't quite understand it completely, but what I did understand way back is that we're paying them not to act on their desires to amass nuclear weapons. So they're blackmailing us, basically. You either give us billions of dollars or we'll build nuclear weapons, and then threaten you with them. And then what happens? Nobody wins. We're going to destroy our Creator's world and His creations, and no one's going to be able to fulfill the purpose of life. Why would you want to do that? You got to get plugged into the purpose and get on track. We're wasting time. We're wasting our Creator's time. We're making Him angry. All of these punishments. I can't stand them all anymore. Oh gosh, I can't. I don't know what. Maybe the lights bother me or something's making me nauseous here. You know what it is? I got to turn this way a little because I can't see. The angle is such that it's making my head dizzy. Hold on. Oh, that's better. Now we're talking. All right. A little patience and you figure stuff out. Can you see me? Am I talking? Okay, you guys with me? I love you so much. I'm trying so hard. I was hoping to have the strength to be here. I ate. I was lucky I was able to eat today. What do you call it? I was finally had my taste. Not taste. I had no appetite for food. I had to force feed myself the other night. Millet, broccoli, and cauliflower. And I put some apple cider vinegar on it. It tasted like cheese. To my memories of what cheese tasted like, it was just terrible. But I force fed myself. I drank a little distilled water until I finally got my strength back. Then the next day I was able to make the sweet potatoes. I could hardly stand up to cook for myself. All right. I guess I could put the light on. Bear with me. I'm going to be all over the place tonight. Forgive me. I'm trying my best here. Everyone could see me okay. I mean, I got it on wireless. I don't really have it on the right way to do it. I'm kind of using a little rig trick that one of the techs taught me at T-Mobile. But can you all hear me okay? Everything all right? I hope you're not losing me. If you were losing me, okay, here I am. I'm seeing myself. Do I see myself talking? Okay. All right. Then I thought of okay. Oh, here's another interesting one. So am I finished with Iran? Iran, we should not be fighting. We should not be threatening each other. You got the wrong instructions on the purpose of life. I'm just telling you, again, I'm nullified. It says in our Creator's instructions, the Torah, our Creator put in there. I'm trying to be your spiritual concierge to help you find the sentences you need, the most important sentences, so you don't waste your time. It says in there, Devarim in Deuteronomy 4:2 and 13:1, do not add to these instructions, do not delete from these instructions. That's it. No other instructions. I wish you could get that through your heads, because that's what's holding you up. If you really meditate on that and internalize it from your old buddy Larry, I'm trying to help so much. I love you. I don't want us to fight with each other. I feel sad that now Russia has to pull out of the space program too, out of the, what's the world coming to? We're not helping each other. Gosh, man. I can't even, whatever. Okay, I thought also, I came to this point, I think with all this, I got these from last week or 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I'm knocked out, man. I'm really tired. I mean, I feel better right now. Believe you me, eating simple. I realize also that we should not eat because of the good taste of the food. Hashem tricks us. He makes the food taste good so that it pulls us in, sucks us in. But then we go for the taste and we eat so much and we get fat and we clog our arteries. I'm like on the most minimal. When I had to force feed myself, I said, someone told me, you eat about a fistful and that's how much your stomach should be, whatever. So that's all I had on a little plate. And I had to force feed myself and I realized, oh boy, food ain't delicious anymore. I don't even want it. But I realized the most minimal amount that you need to strengthen your body, and it's really not that much. And I was knocked out when I didn't eat. And then I knew that if I didn't eat, I was going to probably, I didn't want to say, but, so I forced myself. But, and then I only had a little potato and whatever, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling vibrant, and I'm on the edge, of goodness, I'm letting the virus know you're out of here, buddy. I'm going to do all I can to get rid of you because I got to serve Hashem. I got no time for you. I'll try out my immortality diet on you and my exercise regime. Also, showering is very good. I took a nice hot shower, cleaned myself out. I gave you all these things when the pandemic first came. I haven't really changed much, except I've developed a diet with Hashem's help. Okay, the FBI should focus on threats on social media. Get people help before they explode. When you see stuff on the social media where people are saying, I hate this group of people and I want to kill this group of people and watch out for this mall or that thing, they should be on that like, white on rice and get those people help. That TV show that the guy goes, he's got that Cavalieri guy, what's his name? Cavetti, I don't know if that's his name, I forgot his name. But, and he stops the crime before it happens or something like that. Something like that, I think, because we're in a rough time and people, if you're not latched on to the purpose of life, look, I'm emotional and touched and affected by everything in the world. I'm trying to be objective, but I'm challenged from within with this virus and challenged from without with everything that's going on, and I have the purpose of life. So I can imagine only how others feel. So we got to help each other. We're all brothers. If some of you are calm and you're good at that, so help others who aren't be calm and try to talk sense into people. But everybody should want to know the reason why we're alive, and everyone should be a master of our Creator's instructions. We should all master Torah. I'll help you. I'll help us. I'm trying to do it for myself. I will help us. God willing, bli neder, without a vow, bli ayin hara, without any evil eye that Hashem should get in my way with anything. Okay, then I thought, no more touching, handshakes, fist bumps. That fist bump that Mr. Biden did with the Saudi higher up there, it got me thinking, and I thought to myself, why are we touching each other in the first place? I can't say exactly how I got this. I got ideas. I got a few ideas, but I'm not going to say. It's my business. But whatever. But I think there's too much touching going on. We don't need handshakes. These are secular concepts and customs that are stupid. Why should we touch each other? Stay away. People give a little, even the bowing. I don't know if bowing, that might go against the Torah, actually. You're not supposed to bow to anyone except Hashem, and even him we only do on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, I think. But whatever. Point is that I just would not touch anybody, and make it a general thing, especially women, If you know that we're supposed to be Shomer Nagiya, and we're supposed to guard touching. So we Orthodox people don't touch women other than our grandmother, our mother, and our wife. Not even our sister, right? So why would you want to put that in the mix? I see it all these 9-to-5 jobs and everything. You guys are sneaky, you want to hop a little touch with the girl, the receptionist, oh, hey, Joan, what's happening? Give her a little kiss, yeah, come on. You know what you're doing. You sneak in a little, PDA in there and whatever. And in our day and age, we can't afford this anymore. We're all getting sick. It's not worth it. So I would stop all the touching, but that's my opinion. Someone brought up atheists. Someone said they were an atheist. I think I once told you this. I got this from a book. I think it's 9 Questions About Judaism, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. Or it could be Permission to Believe and Permission to Receive. One of those 3 books. Atheism does not exist. It's impossible to be an atheist because you'd have to prove that God does not exist, and that's impossible for you to prove. You'd have to be in every place. How could you do that? How could you possibly prove God does not exist? You're not an atheist, maybe you're an agnostic. Respects people of faith. This is the truth. This is the truth, reality, based on testimony. I was going to say, it's also watching things in the news. They're talking about, how to respect everybody's beliefs and whatnot. And no, that's not even true. You should want the truth. A lot of people believe a lot of untrue things. Some guy thinks the sky is brown. Another guy thinks that, I don't know, that whatever. I can't even really do some imagining for you right now, but you want to know the truth. It's not that we disrespect each other. we love each other, and we want each other to know the truth. We want to agree on the truth so that we can help each other fulfill the truth. Hashem wants us to do that. So don't think just because you don't agree with something like same-sex marriage. I don't agree with it because Hashem does not agree with it. Hashem does not want that. It's an abomination. He doesn't want people getting involved with that. So, I love you guys, and I want you to choose to do things because you know it's the right thing out of a good heart for our Creator. I hope that you don't feel like you're being forced to do it, although I keep hearing in the news that monkeypox comes from same-sex involvement, whatnot, and intimacy and whatnot. Be careful, And then you bring it on all of mankind, and then we're all still suffering it, I don't think you need to be so open-minded. Hold on one second. By being open-minded, you're being too, what do you call it? Thanks, Aim. I see it. I read it. I didn't read the whole thing, but let me see. Hold on a second, Amy. I got you. I got to back off a little bit. I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm almost done with my list, and then I'm going to get to these 6 chapters. They're not very long. Let me see if I can bang them out, because we need to start next week, God willing, unless the whole schedule is changed by Hashem. If we do 1 book a week, I'll have to just get in here and chick-chock it, but we need to do 1 book a week in order to finish by a certain date. Because I don't feel comfortable saying completely why yet, but I've told you before. But we'll take it 1 step at a time. I can't do too much at one time. Let's see here. Okay, so I said that. In Maseches Megillah, chapter 1, it also talked about the Septuagint. And how the rabbis were forced to translate the Torah. It mentions that event. Okay. For my ancient alien buddies. We have an obligation. Do not worship idols. Okay. I believe it's number 26. 25, do know there's a God. 26, don't believe in any other gods. Now, when you're not latched onto the truth, and then you see these aliens flying, I know you got that, I think my brother went to see that movie Nope, which, by the way, is, it has a couple of meanings or something, but I didn't see it, but there was, I researched it enough that I probably saw the whole thing, but not of planet Earth. Not of planet Earth, whatever. That's one meaning, I guess, of it. But anyway, you got to be careful, because I have a feeling these alien structures, these like Stonehenge and all these different places, you always hear the word temple. There's like a temple for a worship place for this, and it was built by the gods, small g. Be careful, that's not idol worship. I think we're taking too much of an interest in them. I think we should just ignore them, to be honest with you. Study Torah, fulfill our obligations. They'll fall into place. They'll get the message that we're interested in serving our Creator, and they'll realize that they can't touch us. They're not going to want to, probe us or abduct us and probe us, take our cattle and cut them open and whatnot. I mean, who the heck do they think they are? They're probably false gods. They're probably angels or fallen angels, and something happened to them and they want us to worship them or something. Is that what they're trying to do? Like, obviously, because Hashem has a mitzvah, an obligation, do not worship false gods. All right. Also, I thought, it's best to make every action an obligation-fulfilling action, because then you get credit for it. Why do things and not get any credit for it? You guys only have one life. It's like, it's what do you call it? 120 years, right? If you're fortunate, right? And if you're not making every action an OFA, an obligation fulfilling action, how are you going to get credit for everything? Maybe he'll give you credit, but you're not consciously. I would not take a chance. Make sure you're consciously making every action an obligation fulfilling action. I had that thought during the week. Focus on studying, finishing the Torah. Let God pleasure you. Let God pleasure you. Be content with small pleasures. Don't be looking for pleasures. Forget pleasure seeking. Let Him pleasure you. Let Him pleasure you. You just focus on finishing His Torah and fulfilling all His obligations. I was going to say to Ukraine, I notice sometimes, I don't know if you guys, whatever, I get a sense, like, maybe it's not you per se, but I get a sense like you should not feel guilty about being a sovereign nation, if we could call them such things. Every nation belongs to Hashem, so whatever. If you're recognized by the world as a sovereign nation, you should not feel embarrassed that or guilty or feel like you don't deserve your own land. Whatever. I didn't want to explore it too much, the thought of it, because I didn't see too much good coming from the thought. I was just trying to maybe get Ukrainians not to feel so, I don't want to say self-conscious or apologetic. Like, what do they have to apologize for? Whatever. I saw this thing about miscarriage, a miscarriage, DNC procedure. Carrying a dead fetus can cause sterility, organ failure, and death. There should be women posting, women rabbis, women authorities like Devora and Bruria. You always say that men, how could a man who's never had a child in his life know how to tell you what to do with your bodies? To a degree that has some truth to it. I mean, I wouldn't want a female doctor, because how does she know my anatomy? She knows, but she don't know what it feels like to have my anatomy, right? And vice versa. However, I mean, we're just going by the Torah. What the Torah says, that's what He wants. So He's telling us, He's saving us a lot of time of conjecture and putting ourselves in someone's shoes. I mean, we still have to do that, but if He says, do not get an abortion unless it's dangerous to the mother, then that's the truth. That's what He wants. Now, that's why I thought, again, I don't know what you guys are all doing in the courts, and that's your business, and you're working it all out, but I thought it would probably be best not to overturn the Roe versus Wade thing, because we might have a lot of problems. I mean, women who could be fighting for their lives, because I hear you guys step in there, you tell the doctor, oh, you want to do a DNC procedure, blah, 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 and, and then they think it's, like doing an abortion or something. I don't know. I'm probably not hitting this issue exactly on the head, but point is that until you know the whole Torah, how can we make such sophisticated laws to protect everybody? Just keep everything open and vague and a little more general, and then we'll hone in as we finish the whole. You haven't even gotten to Shas yet. You haven't gotten to the 6 orders of the Mishnah and the 2 Gemaras and the 2 Talmuds. We haven't even touched that yet. I throw stuff at you that I've learned, but I mean, I think if you're trying to do God's will, what a noble thing, and I salute you. But you also got to balance everybody out. Give to Hashem's needs, but give to your fellow men and all the creations, the animals, and yourselves, and make sure everybody gets what they need. So I keep the laws looser if I were you. That's my personal opinion, trying to help you. Okay. Back to the Uvalde, Texas for a point. You know, I really, till this day, I mentioned it before, and I haven't really changed my view of this. Again, you guys don't know the purpose of life. You're all pleasure seekers. And you expect a policeman to take a bullet for you or your children. Who can pay a policeman enough money to have to take a bullet? I mean, it's quite a noble task, but it's a lot to expect. It's a lot to expect of somebody. I don't know how you could have the audacity to want that. I say focus on finishing the Torah. Make every action an obligation-fulfilling action. And then we'll delineate. Crime will be down because no one's going to commit crime, because the Torah's punishments are very strict. You get death for stealing a pruta, for stealing a nickel. But let's focus on that. Set up the Torah governments. And don't be so hard on the police. They're doing their best, man. I wouldn't want to be them. What a rough gig, man. They're all we have that's holding us together. And I know sometimes people don't rise to the occasion and be that noble, and it's hard. You got to push yourself, and the calculation, there's a lot of levels of calculation going on in there. Logically, emotionally, spiritually, socially, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. A cop's making all his calculations. Should I take a bullet for this? You know, that's a lot to, you took an oath, whatever. I don't know. It's just a lot to ask. That's all I'm saying. All right, I'm done with the issues. Let's get to work. Let me whistle again. Sorry, I can't go off camera every time to take a drink. I'm going to have to. I know it might look a little disrespectful. Forgive me. I haven't got the strength to get up and down, up and down. All right. We're on chapter 26. Right? And if you remember back in 25, and Saul had given Michal, his daughter, David's wife, to Palti, the son of Laish, who was of Galim, okay? I guess we're talking about wives here, the two, Abigail and Ahinoam, and they were going to become David's wives. And I guess Hashem told us here what happened to Michal. Supposedly she was given to Palti. All right, let's see what's what here. Now we're on chapter 26. You guys with me? Hold on. I'm trying my best. Trying my best. Maybe Amy's right. I might be a little knocked out here. Just to get into a suit is tough stuff when you're not feeling too good, too well. Okay, 26:1. And the Ziphites came to Saul, to Gibeah, saying, does not David hide himself in the hill of Hachilah, which is before Jeshimon? So you got a bunch of narcs. We're trying to give David over to Saul, I guess. But didn't Saul already... Hold on a second here. I thought... I hope I'm not missing anything. Let's just keep reading. We're just at least plowing all the material. 26:2. Then Saul arose parade, and went down to the wilderness of Ziph, having 3,000 chosen men of Israel with him to seek David. Again, this whole thing in the wilderness of Ziph. 26:3. To seek David in the wilderness of Ziph. 26:3. And Saul camped in the hill of Hachilah, which is before Jeshimon by the road. But David remained in the wilderness. And he saw that Saul came after him into the wilderness. 26:4. David therefore sent out spies and understood that Saul was indeed there. I was going to tell you the other thing about how the cell phone ended up in the pool, but I had to go take a swim because I was so hot. I had cooked something. This was before I knew I had COVID, and it was just so hot in my place where I was making the food that I was sweating profusely. I said, I don't know if it was to do the show that Tuesday, then I found out that, oh, right, because the cell phone. So I had the phone in a pocket, and I had some garbage in another hand with a bottle that I was going to throw away, and somehow I pressed something, and it popped out of the pocket, hit the ground, and went into the pool. I immediately dove in after it. I got it out. It was less than a minute, but it was enough to do some damage. I stuck it in the rice, bowl of white and brown rice. That's all I had. And it worked. It healed the phone. I'm using it right now, but it doesn't read the SIM card. And I know my SIM card's good. I checked it out. So, but usually they say if you have water damage like that, even with the rice, you can have issues after that constantly. So, with Hashem's help, I was able to procure some new equipment. So, hopefully everything will be okay. Forgive me. I'm sorry I was a little lax. It was an accident, but I think it was Hashem that did it to me. But that's a whole other story. And I think it was a succession of events that led me to getting COVID. And I think he wanted me to put it in the pool. He wanted it to drop in the pool. He wanted me to have COVID and to try out my diet and my exercise regimen. And I guess if I'm still here, then you'll know that it's proof that I was right. But I feel embarrassed that I always have to stand up for myself and my relationship with Hashem. But whatever. 26:5. Yeah, this is going to be rough. I can see it. I can feel it already. I'll see if I get through one chapter. Trying, maybe because I'm talking a lot and I'm excited, and I'm trying to make points and fight for truth. Doing everything naturally, no medications, no. I guess I'm trusting in Hashem. There was a point I wanted to say about that in the mix, yes, I did not get a vaccine and I did not get boosted, and I trusted Hashem for 2-3 years and I haven't had any problems. And I've been very strict. I always wear my mask out. I still do. And here he gave it to me, and I was even under the impression I would never get it. That's a whole other story, but Hashem can misguide me. He's misguided me a lot in my life, only to help me do something that might be tough, that if I knew that I was going to do it, I probably would be uncomfortable. So, and there's other reasons too, but that's one of the reasons why he tricks me all the time. So it's been like this throughout my interaction with him, a cognizant interaction, coming from a Torah background type of interaction. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I acknowledge that everything comes from him. Everything that comes from heaven, Gamzu L'Tova, also this is for my good. So I know that that's the truth. So, he could take it away anytime he wants. He took away my lack of appetite. I thought that was going to go on I was getting nervous. Oh boy, I can't eat. I don't have much of a diet anyway, you know. My mom says, let's go get a beef. No, sorry, no. I'm not giving any phlegm to this thing to live in. And so I'm eating so methodically and meticulously, and so, but it's that I trust him. I recognize him as the creator of the virus, the one who gave me the virus, and the one who takes it away. And what I got to do is my job to get rid of it, which is follow his health and fitness for immortality regimen that he was so kind to bestow upon me in all my studies and my thoughts and in all my learnings. So my job is to stick to it, and then he'll take it away. I think that's the right way. Some people, if I thought that it was right for me to get the vaccine, I would, and I'm not putting down people who do get it. If you think it's right for you, get it. But I knew what risk I was taking. I trusted him. But I've been doing this for like 25, 30 years. Torah and trusting him. I've been in a lot of close jams, and he's got me out of everything. So I trust him very much. So but that might not be you at this point. Hopefully soon you should have such a closeness and feel good about that. But I did what was right for me. I also am trying to protect other people. I don't want anyone to get sick from me. So, but I also have limitations. We'll get to that another time. We'll see how this all develops. I don't know what Hashem's going to do completely. Okay, let's continue. 26:5. And David arose. Okay, so first you got Saul, right? David therefore sent out spies and understood that Saul was indeed there. Okay. 26:5. And David arose and came to the place where Saul had camped. Oh boy. Okay. And David arose and came to the place where Saul had camped. Past tense, where Saul had camped. And David beheld the place where Saul lay. And David beheld the place where Saul lay. L-A-Y. How come not laid, or L-A, is that L-A-I-D or L-A-Y-D? When you start mixing tenses together, and it gets a little tricky. Hold on here. And David beheld the place where Saul lay, and Abner the son of Ner, the captain of his army. And Saul lay in the barricade, and the people camped around him. Okay. 26:6. Then answered David and said to Ahimelech the Hittite and to Abishai the son of Zeruiah, brother to Joab, saying, hold on, 26:6. Then answered David and said to Ahimelech the Hittite and to Abishai the son of Zeruiah, brother to Joab, saying, who will go down with me to Saul to the camp? Okay. And Abishai said, I will go down with you. 26:7. So David and Abishai came to the people by night. And behold, Saul lay sleeping within the barricade, and his spear stuck in the ground at his head, and Abner and the people lay around him. Okay. That's 26:7. 26:8. Then said Abishai to David, God has delivered your enemy into your hand this day. Now therefore let me strike him, I beg you, with the spear to the earth at once, and I will not strike him a second time. Wow. So that is Abishai that's saying that. I guess he sees that Saul's vulnerable. He's got the spear right near his head, and they've made ground. They're right there. 26:9. And David said to Abishai, destroy him not. And David said to Abishai, 26:9, and David said to Abishai, destroy him not, for who can stretch forth his hand against the Lord's anointed and be guiltless? You know, by the way, Torah, when you study Torah, it heals you. That's on my list of things to do. I got like 10 things in this regimen to do to heal myself and get rid of the virus. Breathing's one of them. Ugh. 26:10. How many psukim in this chapter? 25 sentences. All right, we're on 10. 26:10. And David said, as the Lord lives, the Lord shall strike him. Okay, now that's getting a little tricky. 26:10. And David said, as the Lord lives, the Lord shall strike him, or his day shall come to die, or he shall descend into battle and perish. Okay, so David's vocalizing options that I'm sure Hashem knows already. Why does David have to say these things? I'm a little taken aback that I thought he's doing so well at leaving Saul alone before that. Which may be right and may be wrong. If someone's coming to kill you, you may have to wake up early in the morning and kill them first, but yet he is the king of Israel, Saul. So, to my understanding here, the way David's describing it, so what is the right thing to do? Sometimes the Gemara tells us exactly how to deal with the story. What's the right thing he should have done? Why was he praised? Why was he, I'm just going by my instincts, just my natural instincts. And a lot of times, just vocalizing them, because a lot of times they formulate a new way of looking at Torah. So I'm trying to be very open about my thoughts, because like even the slightest little thing, it kind of let me down a little bit about David, All right, so if you're not going to kill him, at least don't talk about how he could die. I mean, why would you want to do that? Don't put it out there in the environment. Such thoughts. Maybe Hashem hears it and he honors it, or who knows what. 26:11. The Lord forbid that I should stretch forth my hand against the Lord's anointed. All right, so he said that already. Now he's got to say it again. Okay. But I beg you, take now the spear that is at his head and the jar of water, and let us go. And let us go. Now, why does he want the spear and the jar of water? The jar of water. Interesting choices. And let us go. 26:12. So David took the spear and the jar of water near Saul's head. So David took the spear and the jar of water near Saul's head, and they went away, and no man saw it, and nor knew it, nor did any awake. So no man saw it, nor knew it, nor did any awake. For they were all asleep, because a deep sleep from the Lord had fallen upon them. Okay, that's a heavy thing to say right there. Hashem placed a deep sleep upon them all. Now, who knew that? This is Samuel. This is the book of Shmuel. So he's telling us an insight into what Hashem did. That's why no one woke up and he was able to walk away with the spear and the jar of water. 26:13. Then David went over to the other side. And stood on the top of a hill, far away, a great space being between them. Okay? 26:14. And David cried to the people and to Abner the son of Ner, saying, Will you no answer, Abner? Then Abner answered and said, Who are you who shouts to the king? Okay. 26. So this is all from the other side there, huh? 26:15. And David said to Abner, Are you not a brave man? Why would he torment him like this? What's he trying to do, David? You got the spear of the water, get the heck out of here and just leave everybody alone. Why do you have to go making trouble? And David said, 26:15, and David said to Abner, Are you not a brave man? And who is like you in Israel? Why then have you not guarded your Lord the king? Oh, okay. Oh, he's going to make him feel bad. For one of the people came in to destroy the king, your Lord. For one of the people came in to destroy the king, your Lord. 26:16. I'm getting tired. Let me catch my breath. I'm sorry, guys. Life is a struggle, man. I was telling my brother, when I had the fever and I was just real weak. When I looked at the positive, I saw that I was losing weight. I fit into my slim jeans, that I haven't worn since like camp or something. But I got in them, and but I can see there's so much coming down on us. The monkeypox, the this and that. Just wake up and fulfill the obligations already. What are you waiting for? Don't make his world into a playground for your own selfish desires and pleasure seeking. You're not going to get anywhere. He's just going to keep punishing us. These wildfires and these, what was it called? And there's something else going on there. California and this one. Oh, it's just, I'm overwhelmed. And I see it clearly. I see that it's all him. The Torah is replete. It's filled with mentionings of, we don't keep the mitzvahs, we get punished. We're bad, we're at war. He doesn't help us. He doesn't send rain. He doesn't do this. He sends drought. I mean, how much do you have to know? I know, maybe you need to hear the whole Torah, I guess, because it opens you up. It makes you cognizant. And then you know that you say, well, I know the whole Torah. And then you feel also like you're aware of everything. So I'm giving you a little heads up that that's all that I mean, I'm almost finished with the Bavli. I got like 25 more Masechtas, maybe. And it's all usually we do something wrong, we get punished. So, why don't we just wake up? We could save each other if we would just fulfill his obligations. I'm trying my best. I don't know what more to do anymore. 26:16. This thing is not good that you have done. For one of the people came in to destroy the king your Lord. That was the previous one. 26:16. This thing is not good that you have done. As the Lord lives, you deserve to die, because you have not guarded your master, the Lord's anointed. And now see where the king's spear is and his jar of water that was at his head. Okay? So he's picking on Abner, making him feel bad. You didn't really guard your king too well, and here I got his spear and I got his water. I tested your troops out for you, and they failed. 26:17. And Saul knew David's voice and said, Is this your voice, my son David? And David said, It is my voice, my lord, O king. 26:18. And he said, Why does my lord thus pursue after? Why? And he said, Why does my lord thus pursue after his servant? For what have I done? Or what evil is in my hand? Just wants to know why Saul won't leave him alone. So, jealousy, that's what it is, but whatever. Hold on. That's 26:18. 26:19. And therefore I beg you, let my lord the king hear the words of his servant. Just hear me. Hear my words. If it is the Lord who has stirred you up against me, let him accept an offering. If it is the Lord who has stirred you up against me, let him accept an offering. But if it is the sons of men, cursed be they before the Lord, for they have driven me out this day from having a share in the inheritance of the Lord, saying, Go serve other gods. I don't know how he deduces that. If you leave, you don't necessarily have to go serve other gods, but he's kind of exaggerating a little. I don't know. It doesn't sound like a very measured response. It's a little overdoing it a little. 26:20. And therefore let not my blood fall to the earth before the face of the Lord, for the king of Israel has come out to seek a flea, as when one hunts a partridge in the mountains. Again, 26:20. And therefore let not my blood fall to the earth before the face of the Lord, semicolon. For the king of Israel has come out to seek a flea, F-L-E-A, I guess like a fly, a flea, as when one hunts a partridge in the mountains. Oh, like it. You're looking for a flea, but you're searching for it like you're hunting for a partridge in the mountains. Like it, it's so unrelenting and so you don't let up. What the heck you want with me? What did I do to you that you're seeking me out? I'm a flea, and you're treating me like you're hunting for a partridge in the mountains. 26:21. Then said Saul, I have sinned. Oh, again, Saul, I have sinned. He always admits that he's wrong, but I think he has dementia or something. He's got something going on there. He can't seem to I know he has that evil spirit in him. Maybe that evil spirit is dementia. In today's vernacular, I don't know. 26:21. Then said Saul, I have sinned. Return my son David, for I will no more do you harm, because my soul was precious in your eyes this day. Behold, I have played the fool and have erred very much. 26:22. And David answered and said, behold the king's spear, and let one of the young men come over and fetch it. Okay. 26:23. The Lord requite, I put in parentheses, to give or do something in return for. The Lord requite to every man his righteousness and his faithfulness, for the Lord delivered you into my hand today. But I would not stretch forth my hand against the Lord's anointed. So he's trying to let Saul know that that he did a very noble thing by sparing Saul's life. 26:4. I was thinking, the thought crossed my mind, you lose your will to fight, because I feel like Hashem keeps getting in my way. I can't, there's challenge, and then there's just tripping somebody up. Here I'm trying to fight to learn the whole Torah and teach everybody the whole Torah, and now he's giving me COVID. All right, fine, to slim down and to try out my health regimen, but I had a more profound thought. Even if you should give up the will to go on, that's the best time to serve Hashem, because you're not doing it for any desire. You're not doing it for you'll find yourself a reason. This is why I'm going on. The only reason is to please our Creator. If He gave you life and continues to give you life, then please Him by using your life to fulfill the purpose for which He put you here. 26:24. And behold, as your life was much esteemed this day in my eyes, so let my life be much esteemed in the eyes of the Lord, and let Him deliver me from all tribulation. 26:25. Then Saul said to David, blessed be you, my son David. You shall do great things and will succeed in them. So David went on his way, and Saul returned to his place. Saul seems like a nice old man. He tried to give the young David some confidence and pointed out gave him like a blessing. Blessed be you, my son David. You shall do great things and succeed in them. Mitzvah Hashem. Let's see where we're at now. So that's the end of that chapter. And they return to their places, right? It's 9:45. Let me get up a little here and catch my breath. You guys with me? What do we do? Can you go onward? You want to keep going? Question is, can I go onward? Now this one only has 12 sentences in it. If I do at least 3 chapters, was the quota I had done if we were on time, but we lost a week. Let me look at this chapter. All right, I'll try to read this one. 27:1. And David said in his heart, I shall now perish one day by the hand of Saul. Oh man, where'd that come from? There is nothing better for me than that I should speedily escape into the land of the Philistines. And Saul shall despair of seeking me any more within the borders of Israel. So shall I escape from his hand. So David, even with all the apologies Saul's given him, I guess David don't trust Saul very much. A lot of empty words, you hear empty words so many times. Someone makes promises, treaties. Oh yeah, we'll let you get the grain out, and they go ahead and bomb another place. I mean, after a while, you're like, this person cannot be taken at their word. They're not being honest. They're not being truthful. You gotta develop some street cred with some backing. You gotta prove that your word is good. Keep saying, oh, my son David, I will never hurt you, blah, blah, blah. You'll be so successful. He's buttering him up and everything. And I guess David just had enough, just realized, he knew in his heart. By the way, it says, I don't know if it was a story in the Gemara where someone he was davening, he was praying, and someone asked him, can I buy something from you? I'll give you blah, 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 blah. And he went like this, like he's got to finish praying, and he said, or I'll give you 200. And the guy said, when he finally finished praying, he said, no, I would have taken it at the 100. I just couldn't tell you in the midst of what I was doing. I was praying, but what we say in our heart has significance. He accepted the offer of the 100, the first 100. I'm getting nauseous. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it. I can't. Sorry, guys. I guess I'll reread that one pasuk next time or something, but let's hold there. Forgive me. We learned a little today, and I went over some issues, and I feel for everybody's pain. Another issue is that now I could speak from experience, because now I got the thing, I got the virus. So I guess it's one thing talking about it, and then there's another thing, I guess, having it and talking about it. I don't wish it on anybody. All right, hang in there. We'll finish the Torah, Mirz Hashem, if God helps us. I can't promise anything. Based on what I know of my relationship, I think we're going to finish, but hang in there. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the Truth Seeker Show. The show that is specifically designed to help us to fulfill our life purpose in this world properly by giving information, motivation, pleasure, and healing. I've been your extremely humble servant and host for the evening, Self-Appointed-Rabbi Eliezer Karp, and I'm just trying to help us learn the truth about the purpose of life once and for all, with the intention that we should please our Creator by fulfilling that purpose properly in this generation. I had something else I want to tell you. Yeah, I'm tired. I guess I forgot what it was going to be. All right, guys. Hang in there. Hang in there. People have gotten over COVID. There have been people that died from it too. But just hang in there. Have a good week.